Hello and welcome Pixels! Today I want to show you how to transform this grease pencil sketch which I made in a past video tutorial to a 3D low poly mesh. I'm creating a low poly mesh because it is way more faster to create in my opinion for this tutorial. So if you want to create a high poly mesh from this, then you will put some more effort to your mesh and your modeling structure. And I will just show you my method how I would start it from the beginning. We are currently in 2D animation mode, and we can and this is just a regular Blender file, so we can switch our workspaces, and I will just go here to modeling. If you don't find it here, you can probably just add a plus workspace, and then you can general and modeling. Yes, now you see that the white background disappeared and we are back in our known modeling environment and everything is gray again. And yeah, it is just an object. You see it here in the outliner, and you can treat it like an image. So this is actually just a cube which is very high, so the back leg is basically very flat and there isn't a special form. Just here in the side view you see that this will turn a little bit to the back so that you can that it's not 100% 90 degrees. Actually this chair will be very uncomfortable because if the seating place is 100% flat, then it isn't a nice place to sit at. You see, if we zoom in a little bit here, then our strokes or the behavior of the strokes will give us this effect, and this is when you zoom in a little bit annoying when you want to check this in detail. So it can be very ugly if you zoom in too closely. So I will start to select it and check the object data properties, and I will put the opacity down so it's just a sketch and it should be very less seen so that we can start modeling right now. Okay, I will just create a cube which is a little bit too big if we check it, so I will scale it down, just too big. We can navigate this here as well if you wanna, or you can place it here as well with this and check it out. Oh, it's actually pretty in a good position. It happened to be 100% correct right now. It's just my it's just the placement of this basic shape here. Very important, because I saw it already, very important is that it is very annoying if we want to select the cube, then our sketch will be selected as well. And I don't want to select this at all while modeling. So I want to lock it, and we find this when we click here on filter and enable the selectable object as well. So now we have this tool as well here in the outliner, and we can just disable this button here, and our chair will be not clickable at all for modeling. Perfect. This is what we want here. So I will start to just bring this in position, and the next thing is, oh, it's not good visible here with the overlay of this chair, but it's okay. Then we bring this up. And to this position. It's not 100%. I will just place this very roughly here. Then I will add some more geometry and correct this. Just add loops to make this more, bring this more detailed. So probably here, this is not good at all. So I will split this up. So it's nothing special, really. And this part here should be as well here. But let's correct this. But it should be only, it should be smaller here because it should be give it a round shape. But only from the side view, not from the front view. There should be, the length should be similar to the rest of this leg. But here there should be, it should be different. So I will press S and epsilon for the direction, so that I am scaling only to epsilon direction and not to the X direction. This is very good to know if you want to be sure to keep your ratio for a specific X. Well, it's low poly, so we'll keep it like this for now. The only thing is we don't need to remodel this here as well. It could be very easily mirrored. But if we press now here the modifier tab and add the mirror modifier, then nothing really will happen because it's not correct at all. And this is the reason for this is the origin point. You see the origin point, this is this orange little dot here, and it's placed currently at this position where we placed our cube in the beginning. We need to define at which point the modifier should work. So if we want to place this chair leg exactly at this position here, then the mirror point is here at 0, 0, 0 or somewhere at this axis. It doesn't matter where it is exactly, it happened to be 0, 0, 0. It doesn't matter. The only important thing is that it have to be this position somewhere here, that we can mirror it perfectly on the other side. Currently our 3D cursor is at this position, and we need this 3D cursor to bring the origin to the 3D cursor. I have found a different way to do this. So the first thing is I press N to call up the side menu here, and I go to view where the 3D cursor values are located. And you see this is not 0, and if we just if we just bring this value to 0, then our 3D cursor will snap to this position. And this is the first step. The second step is I will for sure select our cube, press right click and set origin to 3D cursor. And now you see that the mirror modifier perfectly mirrored your object to the other side. And this is all. So keep an eye on your origin where it is. It can be somewhere else as well on this axis, as I told you before. And this is very useful for hard surface modeling or any technical construct. I'm not 100% satisfied with this little thing here, and I just want to subdivide this so that we add another edge here, and that I make this more round. So to keep this correct, I want to remove all n-gons because yeah, it's not necessary, but personally I like it to remove all n-gons. This chair leg should be basically okay. It's nothing special about this now. If you have any problems to setting the origin point, then there will be another option. I will show it this here with this part here. It is pretty easy. If you don't want to move the origin or with the 3D cursor, then you just add another cube. This cube can be somewhere here at this position, and you want to keep the origin point at this position and use the mirror modifier as well, so that we duplicate this part to this part. I will go to edit mode, add another edge loop, and remove this part completely, so that we just have this part of this side, and just add the mirror modifier right now. And it's as well the same, and whatever you do here at this part, it will be mirrored to the other side as well. So just for information, if you don't want to move the origin point, it is as well possible to select all now and move it probably to this position and model there the chair leg. This is as well possible to keep the origin point at its place here. So, but it have to be edit mode. It will not work if you move the origin point in object mode. So the mirrored part will be moving as well. So it have to be edit mode, move your faces, and keep the origin point at this position. And yeah. So I will do this now like this to keep this. It's probably too thick. And only the last thing is I bring this now to this position here. I will not rotate this part here, and I will model it first in a flat position, so that I don't have any distortion here. And later, when everything is finished, I will rotate the single parts so that it's fitting to these chair legs here. But this is part of a later step in this tutorial. And I will not during the the front chair legs here. I will start with the sitting place here, with this area, with this surface. I will switch to the top view. In top view, I'm creating a plane which is very too big. I'll scale it and bring it somewhere here at this position. Yeah, and as I do it before, I place there an edge and remove the second part, and the origin is still here, and I add this modifier so that this is mirrored. Now I'm going to edge selection mode in edit mode and start to bring the edges to the main position, so this side here and this point here, so that we can adjust the next vertices we will add. But first I want to place as well the height here, so this is correct. And I saw now that this is not 100% correct, because I interpreted this line here as a seating place here, which is not correct, so I need to adjust this here as well a little bit. So like this. Well, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm doing this very fast. So if I select an edge and want to slide this edge along the edge, or probably along an axis, then you can press double G for this edge slide. And if you want to bring it more forward, then you have to press double G and then press Alt to move it along this direction as well, even though it is basically stopped here. So basically it will stop here, but with Alt you can slide it longer to this direction. And the second shortcut is if you press G for moving, and then the axis X, epsilon, Z, then it will move along this axis, for example epsilon, then it will do the same. Or if you want to move this along the Z axis, then press G and Z. Then it will just move to a higher or lower position here. Well, I want to place it a little bit lower, or probably I will place it first much more lower so that I can see the shape of this. Switch to top view again, and I will add some geometry. So here, this is the outer part of this. This is the center point, the anchor point of this side here. And the question is, how should we do this? I will add here an edge loop, and here probably 2 or 3 as well, so it's not too overpowered. And here another one at least. And this should be okay, I guess. So I will edge slide these points now to a proper position. This is already okay. So like this. Looks good. And now we have this point here, which can be actually just be merged with this vertex. But if you don't have auto merge enabled, then this is still here, and we have just 2 overlapping vertices, which is actually not what we want to. So we need to enable auto merge, and I'm doing this by pressing N, and we are going to tool, and there we have the option panel, and this panel have to be expanded, and there you find auto merge, and this has to be enabled, very important, so that we can slide and merge those vertices with each other. So now we have only one vertex left, which will speed up your working process as well. I will move this a little bit so that we get probably a nice shape for this. So it should be okay. It's nothing too special. It should be okay. Now I bring this up to this position. Well, so I want to add next some thickness to this plane, and just select all these vertices here. So this is fine, and press E to extrude and set for the direction, and it should be okay like this, I guess. If you want to isolate this view here, so just selecting this and press the number pad / key so that everything else is disabled but not in outliner. It's just isolated, and we can now check this particular part in detail. So what I'm doing next is just to close this open area here, and I will select those 2 edges and press F for fill. And this will create a bridge between those 2 edges. And I will do the same here. I'm selecting the whole hole and press F for fill. I wasn't able to do this here without closing this part here before, because it's still an open mesh, and I don't want to have here and face, because this will be a face which have to be removed as well there. So I just close this first here, and then the rest will be closed here, and we can rearrange the vertex structure later as well. But so far so good. Alright, we have now the seating position, but we have here on the side, on the bottom side as well, the same thing, which is probably the same shape like this, just a little bit smaller. And we have two possibilities to do this, to model this more precisely or in a very fast way. The fast way is to just duplicate it, probably like this, and scale it so that we are fitting this position here. And yeah, when we're looking at it at the bottom view and disabling it, then we see that it is a pretty similar shape, but we can scale it probably to this direction, just to the X direction, so that it is more or like the same shape. And then it's okay if you want it like this, or you can do it as well different or more precisely. So duplicating should be as well the thing what you should do. And we have now this shape here, and I will do it now with the underneath side of this part here, and I will just invert the faces now, so like this, so that we get the proper size for the shape, and we have at all sides the same distance from the outer ring. So we have the same distance. I think it will be not able to fit here as well, so you can play around with this option here. Oh yeah, the boundary is very important. So you see, so this is perfect. We have now the outer ring, and we need to do this the whole process again to get the inner ring. And we actually just need this ring here. So what we are doing is deleting this face, deleting this and this. And because it's still not perfect, we need to delete the upper part here as well. Oh, yes, exactly this part here. So we have only this part left, and what we will do now is I will select my parts here and will extrude this to the top position here. Yes, and if we look now at this, at the whole thing, then this should be pretty nice. And when we're looking now at the whole thing, then this should be correct. And I just move this inside there. If you really want to, then you can union all objects in the end, and combining all the mesh geometry, and don't stick together all this geometry, these single objects. So if you want to, but it's for low poly, it's totally fine if you just stick this object to this part here, and no one will care about this part here. So this is this part of the seating place, and the only thing what is not correct so far, I will just remove the stroke right now and selecting my parts here. I wanna this one, this, and this one, and I want to bring this to a little bit more this position here. So it should be held together by the chair legs as well, so there should be a connection to make this technical in any way workable, or bring it as a meaning to this technical construct. But yeah, it's a fantasy chair, so I don't care at all right now. Okay, let's bring back the sketch, and I will continue with this front legs now. The front legs are a little bit different, because it wasn't easy to draw round shapes in Grease Pencil in 3D space, because yeah, from the side view it is a round shape, but if you look at it from the top view, then this isn't round at all. And now is the question, should be this flat or should be this round? When we come to 3D space, and I will do it like the concept, so like we have it here. So we will do this shape from the side view and this shape from the front view. And for doing this, I creating a new plane. This plane is here and it's way too big for sure, and I will rotate it on 90 degrees. And from the front view as well, 90 degrees. And important now is, where is the orientation, the face orientation for this? I will just activate it, and you see this is actually the wrong direction. We want exactly the same, so we need to rotate this to 180 degrees so that where this is flipped. You can for sure flip it as well, but I just rotated it on 180 degrees. And it's now pointing to the right direction, and now we are able to disable this again. We have this face here and it should be somewhere, yeah. I will start now from here, and we will definitely care about this part here later as well. For now I'm bringing this just to this position here and start modeling with this here. Well, this can be a little bit tricky. I will do this roughly again. So edit mode, edge mode, edge mode, so like this. And I will bring this down. I'm thinking about if I need this thickness again somewhere, but I don't think so. So, okay, and I'm bringing this edge all down to this position here. And the one problem which appears now is we don't see our sketch anymore. So, this is bad. I tried already to solve this, but it doesn't work at all. So it is a little bit annoying right now, because we need to estimate where all this is right now. But it's not too hard. So I will add now in edit mode some more edge rings, and I will bring it here for the first part, then here another one here for the second part, and another one here as well. And now we see where the main segments should be, and I guess there should be another one here. So this is fine, and yeah, let's start to shape this a little bit. I will scale this down, or is it possible to just, yeah, scale it down like this? Then I will add another edge ring here to give this more shape. Probably here another one. Then here another one, and I guess we need to add here 2 more edge loops, and important is this one, and this one, which need to be scaled just to the epsilon direction, like this. So we get creating this shape here now, and here we have actually a round shape, so we need another loop, and this will be as well thin part here. So this should be more thick, and we can create as many more loops here as well to create this round shape here. Probably like this. So should be fine. It's not a low poly mesh anymore, but it's okay for now. Just to create some shape for this here. Yes, fine. Basically fine. We need here as well more shape. So this is looking good. Okay, then from the side view, it's okay in my opinion. It's not a perfect circle in any way here, but I don't care about this right now. You can put more effort to this if you want to. For this tutorial, it's okay. The second part is now we check this from the front view and just rotate everything to a proper position, like this. So it's like the right angle. And what we want to do now is just selecting our outer shape and bring this shape with E for extrude and the middle mouse button to snap to the X axis by dragging the mouse to the X axis direction to this position, and we automatically created this thickness to this shape here. We have here a hole right now, but I will just select this and move it to the top part with edge slide and alt to the direction. We just need to fill it again, and the sketch is disturbing our view. So let's quickly do this. I'm filling just those vertices. See that it is closed again. Sorry, I selected the wrong edges. So need to care about this, and everything is fine. Well, and this for sure should be mirrored as well. So we need to bring our origin to the 3D cursor, and then I'm adding the mirror modifier to this object as well. And the thing is that it's wrong right now because we rotated and scaled our plane in the beginning, and it is directing to the wrong side. So actually it is correct. When you check the tool, the items, then everything should be correct because it is rotated. This is not correct. So we need to apply the rotation to this object so that the modifier is doing the right job. So if we rotate this back to 0, then it's mirroring it correctly and properly. But it is rotated to this value, and this is the reason why I need to apply this by pressing Ctrl A, apply window, and I want to just apply the rotation, and now everything is correct again. Well, the only thing is we need to care about this part and this part here, so bring back our sketch, and I want to do this very quickly as well. You can create a new object and mirror this again to the other side, or you can do whatever you wanna, but I often do select one object which is already mirrored and just selecting a face. I duplicate this face, and I have now 2 of these faces, and I just bring this to position, so this is fine. And probably this face should be a little bit scaled to the X direction as well, so it's fine. And yeah, now we have this face as well mirrored to the other side, and we don't need to create another object for this one. I will bring this now here and extrude it now to this direction. Important as well is to check if the face orientation is correct again. No, it's not, so it's bad. So just simply select everything so that all faces are selected, which should be flipped, and press Alt plus N for the normal panels and select flip. And the orientation is now correct again. So we can disable in object mode the face orientation again, so that it's not in this blue tint. Okay. It's not looking very good, but we need to move this like this, and it should be now better. So this part is already as well done. Now switch to this part, and you see these ornaments here, which are nice details, but we don't need to model them. We just need this whole thing here, this part, and this round shape here to finish this chair. I do this as well by duplicating faces, or it is as well possible to just extrude parts. But I will not do this, so I will just duplicate this and move it upwards. And as I mentioned before, I will not care about rotation right now, and I will do this later. And we'll just form the shape right now, and then I will rotate this so that it's fitting here to this position. I'm selecting this one here and moving this upwards. Then the second thing is I want to add some more edge loops here and here. And yes, this is basically all. I just need to bring this upwards like this, and if I'm hitting the correct edge, then this should be as well simply. So okay, this is basically everything about this one here. We don't need this face at all, so delete it. It can be sticked to this mesh as well. Well, the next thing is I will duplicate this again, bring this a little bit upwards, and this is annoying me, and isolate the view so that I can hit this face here. I just need to select this face so that I can edge slide this to a proper position where I need it now. It's still not in a correct position. All right, now it is, and now do the same like this. The only thing for this here right now is that we need to scale the thickness of this here as well. So sorry, it's S and epsilon, so it will be smaller and stick together with this part here. Again, this is not finished, so like this, and I delete it because it's just sticked here. If you are isolated, but you need to check this as well, if the face there need to be removed, then you can as well press Shift H, so everything else which is not selected will be hidden, and you just get your selection. With Alt H you bring back your hidden elements, and the same is working if you want to hide something and hide your selection. Then press H for hide this element, but if you want to hide the rest, you have to press Shift H to select the rest. And you see that this face can be deleted as well. This part is okay. So very easy, very simple. Bring back the rest, and I know that I will need this another time somewhere here. So leave this isolated mode, and we need to create this round shape here right now. Very easy as well. I will S and Z, I scale this down, bring this down, bring this to position like this. I need to fill this edge here because it's open, because it was mirrored here in the side here, and select the face, bring it to position, and now select this face. Is it? Oh, it's as well open, so I need to close this as well here. Go to the top view, to the front view, and now I try to simulate this shape here. I will start with this shape and we'll consider this shape later as well. So why should I care about scaling? Because you will scale the thickness as well. So I will just extrude and rotate it, and think about the edge flow here, and then everything will going down there, so that this is a nice round shape. So first I want to bring this into place, yeah. Then I want to, again, the wrong key, this into place, yeah. Then this one, and yeah, probably you adding more and more geometry to this, but it's not necessary, I guess. It's okay like this, in my opinion. Only thing is you can add there another edge, or probably there as well, but I think it's fine like this. Okay, now we have created this upper part here, and we need to check if it is good to just rotate it, or if we need to adjust the single parts as well somewhere here. I want to rotate around this corner, it's okay, but the problem is that the origin is not at the center of this part here. So I will just go to edit mode, select everything, go to side view, and move my object to the origin so it's fine, so that we have the angle point here as well. And go to object mode, side view again, bring it somewhere here, and I will rotate this now. So the question now is everything fitting to this position? Or do we need to move any single part? I think basically everything is fitting well. Yeah, not 100%. I'm not satisfied with this part here. Let's check the wireframe, and I want to have the same angle for this one here, and I want to have the same angle for this one here, and this part should have the same angle. So like this. Okay, Let's leave the wireframe mode and check this again. It looks pretty good so far. It would be possible to add here as well some more geometry to create a round shape for this if it is necessary, but I don't have to. All the ornaments there will be a texture, or if you load this now to ZBrush or whatever, you can add some more ornaments as well there. But basically the mesh has finished so far. You can add more and more geometry as you want, and creating more softer edges or more clear shape. I just want to show you in this tutorial how to transform a sketch which is created with grease pencil to a mesh, and show you the process how I would do this with Blender. If you're interested to see more about this, to see how I doing all the UV themes, how I do the UV layout, how I do the texture for this, probably it's hand painted or not, if you want to see it with hand painted style, or if you want to have it with real textures, then let me know in the comments below. I think the tutorial is finished for now. For sure it have to we can do to start to tidy up everything and adding more details, or connecting the single parts to one single object, but I think it's not necessary to show this right now. But let me know this as well in the comments, so I can create more content if it is necessary for you. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give this a like or subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next episode. Cheers!